Hello, I'm Steve Noes. I'm here for Woodcraft today. I'm one of the many sales associates the store has. We all tend to have a specialty. Mine is wood turning, and I'm often asked about the different techniques in wood turning and also sharpening. We're here today to talk about sharpening all your basic traditional tools. We're going to work through the technique for each of them. When you undertake wood turning, the most important thing to learn is how to put a good sharp edge on your tools. You can accidentally make good cuts with good sharp tools, even if you don't know a lot about the technique you're using. However, all the technique in the world won't get you anywhere without a good sharp edge on your tools, and we're here today to help you out a little bit with that and walk you through the steps to get each of these types of tools up and ready in a way that'll make you very happy with the cuts that result. The next tool is the spindle gouge. This is mostly for your coves and beads and finial work, things of that nature. We're going to show you how to put a nice grind on this. I actually am going to use the bowl jig for this because I like to sweep back the wings of it a little better. It can help you get into a little tighter cove. It's a little more versatile that way, so we're going to show you a way to make that look on your spindle gouge. The final one, and probably the daddy of all the tools, is the bowl gouge. There's so many uses for this that we could talk about that all day, but basically we're going to show you how to put a nice fingernail grind on this that will be very useful in a lot of different purposes. Alright, our next tool we're going to work on is our spindle gouge. This may look a little different than some of the spindles you see on the shelf. I like to put a kind of a fingernail grind, if you will, on this. It's sweeping the wings back just a hair. I find that it helps me get into a little tighter spots. It's a little more useful and versatile this way. It's a little more nimble on little small coves and beads. So we're going to use this attachment to help us here. Very, very good tool. You can it helps with your repeatability. It makes something that's fairly difficult by freehand very easy and repeatable. So again, we're going to use our block to set up here and make sure that we insert the same amount of tool steel every time. That gives us a lot more consistency with our grind, and then we can take just a little metal off each time instead of having to regrind the whole tool. Again, as with all the other tools, we're going to match our bevel angle to the angle of the wheel so that they mate up. And then it's a little more complicated rotation than we had on the roughing gouge, and that's to get that special grind put on the tool. Again, we're making one continuous smooth sweeping motion to make sure we're making a nice even grind, getting a nice clean smooth cut on the steel and having a nice curve on our edge. And you can see there we're winding up, but we got a little more work to do on one side, so we'll go back. Not putting a lot of pressure or generating a lot of heat, just letting it grind off nice and smooth, walking it all the way around. That's what we're after right there. That's going to work really well for you. If you do heat up your high-speed tools when you're grinding them, it is recommended that you don't quench them as you might with carbon steel. It can cause stress fractures, the sudden cooling and heating. You're not really worried about overheating these and losing the temper, so don't worry about quenching them if they do get hot. Thanks for watching our presentation on sharpening today. I hope you can use some of these techniques to make your turning a little more enjoyable. If you have any questions or problems implementing some of these, come on down to your local Woodcraft and we would love to walk you through it, help you with any problems or concerns or questions. That's why we're here. So come on down. We'd love to see you in the store, and happy turning.